Sister Wives spoilers for Sunday, October 26th, reveal that David Woolley believes that Janelle should be on Farmers Only. Jen Sullivan pushes Mary Brown to realize that Kody Brown is dragging his feet on the Coyote Pass cell to annoy them. Aurora Brown introduces her boyfriend to the family. The holiday season is here. The holiday season is starting on Sister Wives, and Janelle Brown doesn't get to be on the farm this year. Of course, this was last year's holidays. The family did cut a Charlie Brown-style Christmas tree to put outside Maddie Brown Brush's house, so they had something that came from the farm. The family had plans to live on the farm next year. Janelle goes to Utah to visit Christine Woolley and David. Of course, Davide teases Janelle about putting up a profile on Farmers Only since Janelle wants to be on the farm. David assumes that Janelle could find Farmer there and perhaps he would be the right man for her. Janelle has no interest in finding a man on a dating site. Kody Brown is still taking his time. Mary and Janelle have been trying to get Kody to sell the Coyote Pass property, and he continued to drag his feet. Kody had called Janelle and offered to put all of their names on each piece of property, so everyone got the same amount of money from each lot. None of them want to live on that property with the others, and Mary and Janelle have both moved away. They need their money. Kody has refused to even discuss things with his ex-wives, so he would ask one of them to relay messages to the other. However, Mary still tried to think the best of Kody, and Jen kept telling her that Kody was just dragging this out. Finally, Mary got the point. Will Kody finally make things right with Janelle and Mary? Aurora Brown has a boyfriend. Aurora Brown has been talking to a guy, and he finally asked her to be his girlfriend. Aurora invites him home to meet that family. Aurora is very excited when the boy arrives at the house, and she goes running for the door. Robin Brown laughs that Aurora is excited over this visit. All of the kids run toward the front door. Will Kody and Robin accept the guy who has asked their daughter to be his girlfriend? Will the men who wants to date Robin's kids be screened differently than the ones who dated and eventually married Kody's girls with his other wives? How will Kody handle Robin's daughters finally beginning to dates considering some of the other kids are married? Come here for all things Sister Wives. Check back often for Sister Wives news, spoilers, and updates. Sandra McIntyre. I am an avid soap fan and have been for many years. Some of my favorite soaps were Another World, Texas, and Santa Barbara. I love to spend time with my children and grandchildren. In my spare time, I enjoy reading as well as writing fan fiction. General Hospital's Sam and Jason are one of my favorite couples of all time. The frost settling over Flagstaff, Arizona, is more than just a seasonal change for the fractured Brown family. It's a metaphor for the frozen state of their relationships and finances. In the upcoming episode of Sister Wives, airing Sunday, October 26th, the lingering ghosts of last year's holidays collide with present-day tensions, revealing a family struggling to sever its final, tangled ties. While one ex-wife is teased about finding new love on a farmer's dating site, another finally accepts a hard truth about her former husband, and a new suitor arrives at Robin Brown's door, testing the family's evolving dynamics. A holiday season. Shadowed by broken dreams, the holiday season, typically a time for family unity, serves as a painful reminder of what was lost. Spoilers reveal that the episode flashes back to last year's celebrations, where Janelle Brown's dream of a farm life Christmas lay in tatters. The much-heralded plan to finally be living on their shared Coyote Pass property was, like the family itself, completely abandoned. Instead of a sprawling homestead celebration, the family's connection to the land was reduced to a symbolic gesture, cutting a Charlie Brown-style Christmas tree to place outside Maddie Brown Brush's house. It was a meager offering from a barren farm, a tangible piece of a dream that had failed to materialize. This poignant memory highlights the stark contrast between the collective future the family once envisioned and their isolated present. The land, once a symbol of their eternal unity, now stands as an empty monument to their discord. Utah escape and a nudge toward new beginnings, seeking solace and normalcy away from the Flagstaff freeze. Janelle travels to Utah to visit the family's apparent success story, Christine Woolley and her new husband, David. In the warm, accepting environment of Christine's home, the mood lightens considerably. Christine's marriage to David has become a beacon of hope, demonstrating that life after Kody Brown can be joyful and fulfilling. In a moment of playful, teasing David Woolley, tapping into Janelle's well-documented passion for a self-sufficient lifestyle, suggests she put up a profile on Farmers Only. Calm. His joke is lighthearted, suggesting that Janelle could find a farmer who would be the right man for her, someone who shares her dream of working the land. However, Janelle quickly shuts down the idea, expressing her clear disinterest in finding a man on a dating site. This moment is telling. While Janelle is open to a new chapter, she is determined to write it on her own terms, not through a curated online profile. Her dream remains the farm, but the vision is now for herself, not as part of a plural marriage. The Coyote Pass. Standoff. Annoyance as a final weapon. While Janelle is finding support in Utah back in Flagstaff, a financial stalemate is reaching its boiling point. Spoilers indicate that Mary Brown and Janelle have been tirelessly trying to get Kody to agree to sell the Coyote Pass property. With both women having physically and emotionally moved away from Flagstaff, the land represents not a future home, but locked-up capital they desperately need to fund their new lives. Kody's response to their requests has been a masterclass in passive-aggressive delay tactics. He previously called Janelle with a convoluted proposal to put all their names on each individual piece of property, a move that would further complicate the sale process rather than simplify it. Furthermore, he has refused to engage in direct communication with his ex-wives as a group, instead asking one to relay messages to the other, a tactic that fosters miscommunication and frustration. For a while, Mary, ever the optimist when it comes to Kody, tried to think the best of him. However, her friend and confidant, Jen Sullivan, serves as the voice of reason in the episode. Jen repeatedly pushes Mary to see Kody's behavior for what it is: intentional foot-dragging. She posits that Kody is prolonging the sale not out of sentimentality or logistical concern, but simply to annoy his ex-wives, a final, petty exertion of control in a relationship where he has lost all other authority. Spoilers tease that by the end of these conversations, finally Mary got the point. This moment of clarity for Mary is significant. It marks the end of her making excuses for Kody and the beginning of a more unified front between the ex-wives to demand what is rightfully theirs. The question remains, will this newfound resolve force Kody's hand? A new suitor for Aurora, a test for Robin's household. Amidst the adult conflicts, a classic reality TV moment unfolds as Robin's daughter, Aurora Brown, introduces her boyfriend to the family. The spoilers paint a scene of youthful excitement, with Aurora so thrilled by her beau's arrival that she goes running for the door. Robin laughs at her daughter's unabashed enthusiasm, and the sound of all the children scurrying to the front door creates a rare moment of levity in Robin's home. However, this innocent event is laden with unspoken questions that hang heavy in the air. How will Kody, a self-professed patriarch with a history of being intensely involved in his daughter's romantic lives, handle this new young man? More intriguingly, will the men who wish to date Robin's children be screened differently and held to a different standard than the boys who dated and eventually married Maddie, Mykelti, and Aspen? This is a pivotal moment for the family structure. Kody's relationships with the children from his first 3 wives have become distant, and in some cases, non-existent, as highlighted in recent seasons. His primary family unit is now Robin and her children. This introduction forces viewers to wonder if Kody's protective fatherly role is reserved solely for Robin's girls, creating a visible and painful hierarchy even in the realm of dating. How Kody handles this new boyfriend will be a powerful indicator of where his paternal priorities truly lie as the family continues its dramatic and public reconfiguration. This upcoming episode promises to be a microcosm of the entire sister Wives Saga, the morning of a collective dream, the frustrating logistics of a messy divorce, the glimmer of new beginnings, and the ever-present question of how a man who failed at polygamy will navigate the next phase of his life, and who will be granted a place in it.